Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode 155. I am your host, Rage Bolly as always. Joining me this time is DX Takamiya on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Janssen on the bottom right. As you can tell, my voice is shut. I am currently not feeling well for like a week now, and yeah, so I'm gonna be a little bit quiet this episode. Also, there's a new location for me, so we're testing some stuff out. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Yeah, hey, we are finally a little bit expanding, but thanks to all the Patreon people who helped us out. So you'll see more of those updates in the future. But for now, let's get into our weekly business. Colin, you want to start us off?
Oh yes, let's start with the big one. Probably,
Yeah.
I think most people will agree it's a big surprise. The graduation announcement of Ota Yuuri. Okay, this is so. I believe it was on Wednesday, and I remember I was looking at Taiwan Club's document that says, when there's a live stream of something, and I saw NMB's tour, and I was like, oh, I didn't know NMB had a tour today. Well, maybe I'm gonna watch that later. Probably nothing gonna happen. And then, whoop! At the end of that
right
concert,
after we uploaded our episode.
again, it's Ota Yuuri is like,
The curse.
I can't grow anymore. I want to leave, and I was like very shocked. It's like Ota Yuuri. That's wow. I thought NMB was doing relatively well, all things considered, and now the Ota Yuuri graduation. It's like I did not see that coming. I was quite surprised. I was like, that's an ace. In my opinion, pretty much almost a solid ace. And it's
exactly.
shocking.
Yeah, it's more like still wondering what does she mean she can't go anymore in NMB. I know she was supposed to be the next ace, but still there was a lot. I think she could do a lot more, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
She wasn't at the highest peak yet for me, so I think it's quite it's a shame she's going. But if she wants to go, well, you can actually keep her there. So it's more like something like that. But it's a darn shame, to be quite honest, because I was looking forward to what she could do on her own now that Sayane is gone, actually. So, yeah.
I agree. The funny thing is, now you say that, the first thing that comes into my mind, it's like, well, she hasn't been picked center. In NMB.
Come again?
Predicted.
I think he.
And Colin's gone.
I think Colin's
Colin's
a
gone,
little bit.
yeah.
Hi, Colin.
Damn
Welcome
it.
back.
Hi.
Yeah, you might want to repeat that.
So because maybe she was like, well, I wasn't picked for center. Miru has been twice. Maybe she's like, I thought she would be center for this year or in the future. But maybe she's like, well, I wasn't picked for the 20-second something NMB song, and now she feels like, well, if I can't be center, then I can't grow. And she had like a pretty high Sasenkyu ranking. I want to say 22 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe it's that. She would be not a good fit for the song Boku Okare, but if it would have been another song, maybe it would have worked for her. But it's maybe it's that feeling kind of ish, lingering towards that. But that's my guess.
Well, isn't this the one in NMB? I mean, I know who Ota Yuuri is. I mean, but didn't she have like a lot of issues before? Was she out for something, a health issue, like her leg or something? Was it her? You know who I'm talking about in NMB?
Sure. Did she injure herself? Maybe. Or was
I
that
can't
one
say
thing?
if that
Let's find
happened
out.
or not.
Let's take a quick look.
Robin can take a look now.
There's a reason why I'm asking that, so I just want to verify.
I'm not sure.
Her wiki page doesn't say anything about it, to be quite honest. So
It might not even been that serious. I don't know why I'm thinking of her. Well,
No, it doesn't say anything.
doesn't say. Okay, well, because like the thing is with her is like, like, do you remember AK Bingo? We actually got to hear her. Like, we got to see a little bit of her actual.
yeah.
It's a little rough.
Yeah,
she's not the nicest, person there, in the sense that like she can give it as much as she, gets it. And I think like there's definitely something there in her from that AK Bingo episode alone. I felt there was something there that like it wasn't going to gel with NMB or any group. Like, she's probably going to be better off as a solo idol, I'm thinking.
Well, that's the thing. She was very close with Sayane and Okada Nana. You know, they all had the boyish charm look. She was one of those people.
Yeah, true.
Right.
It's but other than that, yeah, she was very talented. People really liked her.
Oh, yeah.
Basically future, but again, management maybe is a problem. And well, to be fair, the way things are going lately, I don't blame her if she didn't feel like appreciated over there, even though she's like one of the prominent future members.
Oh,
But to be fair, last NMB single, she was there, but not really centered. It was more of Miru. And currently their focus is on one NMB member and not several NMB members.
Again. Yeah.
Which is an issue with NMB in the first place. Though, take that with a bit of a grain of salt. You know, I love NMB, but that's, you know, it comes back to that topic that we've
She was 23rd on the girls last Sosenkyo, basically.
23rd?
Yeah, 27, 52. She only participated 3 times. Well, no, she participated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, but only ranked 3 times. So.
Yeah, no, she has been in the group for a long time, like 8 years, I want to say, and so it's
February 12th, 2012.
Well, well, okay, 7 years. No, wait, 7. Yeah, 7. Sorry. A long time for her.
I really like for the fact that I can search stuff now without having issues. So once again, thank you, Patreon people.
But she only really broke through in that sense. Like, I don't know when.
Quite recently, to be quite honest.
Yeah, 2 years, I want to say. She was one of the Akarin and Miru be the only highest ranking NMB members.
Yes.
Again, it's not like that means they're the most popular, but it gives a good, you know, interpretation, or not interpretation, but it gives a good leeway to know who is where in the hierarchy. It's surprising. I wasn't personally that much of a fan. She wasn't really my type, but she was really, really good. Like, I think she was a great all-rounder. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty amazing on every level. Maybe variety, but the rest that's pretty good. It's sad. Maybe it's issues with management. You know, wanting to focus on Miru. I love Miru. I've said that before, but I've also said before that I don't really like that there's only one focus on one person. And it's
we'll get to that as well. We get
there. Rest in peace. It's sad. Maybe it's that. I've hoped that she would have, not she, but management would have put more focus on her. They did with Quintet, in that sense, and they do very well. Like, they had their own concert, and you know, on every NMB song recently, they had like one song, and so far they've been doing songs that I like, or you know, an MV that I really enjoy. So maybe it's only because in that, not niche, but maybe just in Quintet that she would have gotten that push, but that didn't really reflect in NMB entirely, which I think is a pity, because I think NMB has some pretty solid members, but there's only focus on Miru. I love Miru. I'm not entirely hating it, but I do like to see more variety.
Yeah, true. It's more like they're betting on one horse again, instead of spreading it out like on Miru, Murasasai, Ota Yuuri. I would have guessed those 3, or Richibi and Reisa 4, to bet on them, and those 4 to carry NMB into the future, I would say. Or at least that would have been my plan, but hey, I'm not management.
Totally agree. Maybe she will be the center for the next song. Maybe that will maybe still happen. You never know when she will actually graduate. Maybe, I don't know.
She never centered before, though.
No, she has never centered before. But I could have seen it.
Only on B-sides a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's one of those girls that always the bridesmaid, not the bride.
How many times, by the way? Let's see. From B-sides, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
One for each year, kind of.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Well, then the question becomes, in the vacuum she's going to leave, because she was a name that we knew, and again in the AKB world, got a name that people know,
Mhm.
that you've done something right, because there's so many we don't. But that's my question then, and this also goes to anybody watching who's like invested in NMB or AKB's family group in general. Who's next for NMB? I mean, really, who they don't have anybody. I think there's a power leadership vacuum that doesn't. I mean, I don't know who is there. That's the question I think that we all have to wonder about. And you guys have any thoughts on that, or
Well, for now it's Miru, but I would
Miru
know.
probably?
And yeah, Miru, and not sure who our vice captain might be or vice leader.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not counting Miru because that's obvious. I mean, like, who's the
Yeah.
next?
I would like to see like Akaren take a center, or even their captain, Kojima something.
Kojima Karin.
Karen it was. I was thinking Canon. But Karen, I would like to see her as a center, or Murasei Sai, I would like to see her as a center.
Yeah, I want to see Murasei Sai as a center actually, because she is on par level visual wise with Miru. So I would love to see a Murasei Sai center as well. Actually,
It's they have some, like, a handful of strong members. They don't utilize it. That's what DX just said. They're betting on one horse, a good horse, but there's
it's like the whole
some
Sai
options.
scenario all over.
All over again. NMB's whole thingy. They could they have like a handful of members they could pick. I do wish hindsight is 2020 that they would have picked someone else for Miru. Though I think I said that beforehand, but it's like, it's done now. Maybe a bittersweet center song, though that's kind of, like I said, bittersweet. For the next single, maybe not. It's sad to see her go. I hate to say it, but I don't think this is the last major. I'm sure there will be others, but in the sense of graduating. But I feel that there may be, not just for NMB, but for all the groups, there may be like a few more names. What Derek just said about names that that will graduate.
And he's gone again.
19.
Yep, he's gone again.
And Colin.
That's always amazing on that side.
Yep.
Colin is gone.
And wait till
I blame Tuesday.
There he is.
I blame Tuesday. Graduation year. All people graduating. I think there will be more names that will graduate. I don't hope so, but it's such a pity, really.
I mean, not necessarily dealing with NMB, but if we want to talk grads, I mean, I think about to any day now. Kieran will announce. I think she's done. Her and Michan. I think Minagishi would probably be like, yeah. Although I don't know, she might literally stay till the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not that she's doing anything, but I think as far as big names go, Kieran's kind of the last pinnacle, the last big one. If we don't count like Okada Nana or any of the later gens.
I mean, she has. she was almost signed to a new agency, because
what's that?
She's apparently amazing that even completely unrecognized, it's like, you have something. And she has something. She's been doing it for 12 years.
12 years or so. Yeah.
13? A lot. Long.
I think you're right about that amount.
It's now, third gen is like 2005, 6? No, wait, 5 is the year they began. 6?
Yeah.
I want to say 6 or 7. 7 at the latest. I think 6. But your current is drafted for another agency. Which one is the current one? I don't know. No, not that one.
She was in the crowd today with a Team 8 performance they did. It was about like a B show, I think.
Oh, B School, the stage Team 8 is doing.
So Okada was there for replacing someone, basically. And Yukari was in the crowd filming, and there were some funny moments in there. And I believe after that she got like recognized, or like asked like, "Hey, you actually could do that yourself, And he's like, "I know."
I am. The legendary Yukari.
No, Yukari is signed with Watanabe Pro at the moment. Watanabe Pro.
I knew it wasn't Mama and Son, but I forgot the name.
Yeah,
but
she's pro, along with former member Kuramochi Asuka and SKE member Tani Marika as well. So,
see, it's the best company. I don't know, maybe she's doing pretty good still. She had a concert recently, I think. Something. Actually, still doing good. But the funny thing is about B School, FYI, it's kind of like the Majimiri stage play. It's like they have like one or two people that kind of like rotate and switch out. It's just like filler roles you don't really need, but everyone can like do it just for the fun of it. And I do really like that with the Team 8 stage play they've been doing now, B School. Like some good members, and I hope it will be live streamed. I haven't seen anything of it, but I've seen a lot of photos. And stage play, I'm in. I want to see it. So maybe. But yeah, Ukraine is probably going to new agency.
I mean, the thing about her is she can do anything she wants, including being, a mom to the idols and packing peanut butter sandwiches for road trips and driving.
Yeah.
Drive. You realize an idol can drive? Like, it's like, huh? I mean, she does. I just remember watching a lot of her solo stuff and being like, geez, this girl has more talent than we give her credit for. She plays the airhead thing kind of up, I think, sometimes, but it's like, I think she knows exactly what she's doing. She's one of those, type of individuals, I think, who like really can play the role she needs to play whenever she needs to play it. But the reality is she's in charge. I just get that feeling about her. I mean, and I'm basing this all on the mom shot of her in the car, because I realized, like, wow, she really, I can see her being like, now you do this, you do this, you do this. If you don't do it, you're not getting your sandwiches. I'm being really serious. And, not going to watch your, Amp-Man cartoons in the morning if you're bad.
Oh, man.
I can keep going with that fantasy, but continue.
Just based on that one shot, goes to show how good a
so funny.
It's still my favorite.
Yeah. Best part of the whole MV right there.
Yeah, it's the one. Now, well, Sentimental Train is also at the end. That makes me just laugh. Ironically. But just for sheer enjoyment. The only reason to watch it is just for that one part. It's like that's fun.
It's so wholesome, though.
Yeah, true.
Funny. I mean, it's like,
just imagine it's like, you kids pipe down or I'll turn this car back around.
Yeah, okay, Mom. You say that all the time. You're not. You're too gas costly efficient. Like, you'll be thinking, no, if I do that, I'm gonna lose all the money and spend on gas. So this is an idle threat, and I can't do that. Oh, get it, idle threat. That was an accidental pun. Anyways, yeah. So.
Well, we'll see what Yukarin does. Like, hopefully her career will blossom. I don't think she had like a great career, right? Right?
No, she was like, thank you, say third row. That's like theater once a month. You never hear anything of her, so it's like maybe it will be for the better. Yeah.
Okay.
She has a driver's license apparently. That's cool.
Yeah, she drive her butt out of AKB and into something else.
So, what else happened in AKB World before we move on to stepsister locations?
So, speaking of Team B, actually not just Team B. Like, there were a lot of promotions the past week with NMB, for example. But there were two with Team B, and I was watching that performance, and I was very surprised. It's like, an announcement! Ooh, what's going to happen? And it made me very happy that the two girls got promoted, especially more or less Hitomi. She's actually both of them are third draftees, but I know that she injured her rib last month, I want to say. So she was out in the Team B performances, and which made me sad because she was the first draftee I noticed. She even, if I remember correctly, ranked very high in the singing competition last year. And I've kind of noticed it with Team B because she would be the one in I forgot what the song is, but the song that plays before everyone else is played. It's this Kenkyusei song. I hate myself that I forgot the title, but she was out and it made me very sad. And she got back for the first time in a while, and then the first thing she hears is that she gets promoted, and that made me so happy, especially considering her situation. But also Team B kind of lost two great members this year, like Satoshi Ori, and that made me very sad. So to see that there's still promotion going on with one member like Itumi that I like, the other one I'm not really into, but it makes me very happy that there are promotions going on, that those draftees, but also 16 Gen, which there are still some that are Kenkyusei, and I don't like it. Give them
But here's the
promotion already.
thing, though, Colin.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What am I gonna say then? Let's guess it. Let's
No,
see
I
if
know.
we're
Just
aligned.
go ahead.
Yeah. So that
Because
means
they're not,
a
it's not
new.
their time.
No. I'm saying that means that there will be a new generation coming up, or a new draft session coming up.
Oh, I thought you was okay. No, then I was wrong. No,
Aha.
that's I don't want to, but given the counts of graduations that we've had this year, possible.
Should
17
they
gen?
though? That's my question. Should they?
No, I say no, just for the
I
sheer
think they were
fact.
trying. Yeah, I think they were trying to downsize.
Yeah, go back
Oh.
to
Yeah, kind of
basic,
looks like
and you know, if you want to recapture the golden age, what was the number one thing from golden age? There were no multiple gens, so just
No.
let it fly with what you have right now. Appreciate it. No more expanding, no more new people in the group. Just do it like this that you have, and yeah, what you said, downsize to increase again.
Well, I think the key there is just getting another program that can introduce us to girls so that we can we can go buy their stuff because we know who they are. Again, I just it's no point in having a choir of girls if you only know the front choir girl's name. Like
Mhm.
it's like the beauty of AKB was like each one of these girls had a place. They might have all been blended together on a recording, but they each had a place as a member. And you don't have that. It's just they're just random faces that if you're a Japanese fan and you get to go to the donkey all the time and watch them, and I guess you know who they are because their personalities shine abundantly.
Oh
But
yeah,
of course,
that happens.
us foreigners, we wouldn't know. You know, yeah. I mean, we can't. It's hard to get fished from that vantage point. But when you're watching something like AK Bingo, and you know, you Kieran sitting on a chair and they shoot a fart ring at her and she falls off, and you can't help but fall in love with that girl for her crazy reaction or like how she lied and stuff during the one Dokiri, you know, and
Oh man,
like
with my
you,
oh my god.
you know, like they were all like just being or Mia's outside, you know, lying about like the noodles or whatever, and like it's just like you can't help but love them or all the shojis, you know, it's like just you
Did
gotta
that
have a
video
program.
game ever get returned by Sashi?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it did.
yeah.
I
Just-
think it
During
did,
her
yeah.
graduation concert. No, it was Mayu's graduation concert. if I
Mayu's,
Yeah, they
remember
actually
correctly.
did, but that's the thing. Those are iconic moments you remember
That's what I'm
by
saying.
doing that.
It was it was so iconic that they did something in a concert for it. You know what I mean? So if you think about it, they need a program that could be the next generation's milestone. The thing that introduces us in a way that's for 2019, I guess. I don't know. Although for me, they could still play Shojiki, and I think it would still be good now as it was 10 years ago. And then also, like, you know, maybe, you know, if they want to eat more bugs and weird stuff, that never gets old to me. It never, ever gets older. Muchiberi Dodgeball. Like, like all that stuff was great, you know, just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
doing that. Like, I mean, add some new stuff here and there, try stuff out like they used to do. But honestly, you got a backbone. Just instead of expanding, put some money into an actual budget for a TV show. Or if you don't want to do that, make it a streaming show. Anything to keep us engaged, you know?
Mm.
It's either
That's gonna
gonna
be the
be, yeah, it's either gonna be the YouTube, which is kind of late, but at least it's something, or they gonna use that Side 48 circle to like release videos of whatever. Probably gonna do, but not in the variety sense. But I would that they would do something because they need it really, in
No,
one way or another.
agreed with you, Colin. That's the problem is like I was watching like some YouTube channel and they were talking about all the streaming services that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ridiculous
Yeah.
amounts of
Yeah.
streaming
I know.
services, more than just Netflix. And believe me, there's more, and like
I know,
way
yeah.
more. And you know, AKB can jump on that loop because the good thing about that is it's very niche specific. Like the people that would watch that would really watch it. Like
Well,
honestly, I would subscribe. I would have it on in the background and I would just let it play constantly because especially if like they had like an AK Bingo run and I could be like real nostalgic about it. And it's like
yeah.
watch some great moments. I mean, I have pretty much every AK Bingo from the early years like on a big file like here like somewhere, and like if I ever need to watch them I can always throw them on, but it's not the same. Like if I get streaming and I'm just pressing a button and it's like on my computer, I don't gotta deal with it, and that's awesome. And so like AKB that could be the next logical step for them to at least make money and keep that footage going. But then you got to supplement that with new programs. Like, thing about Netflix that was so great was they started doing their own shows. You know, so you're not just getting like all these old shows from other companies. They're like, we got money, like we'll do our own thing. And we got all these great programs from them, like House of Cards, and well, I'm not into Daredevil, but Daredevil's another one. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that if AKB took cue from that, AKS, I mean, you could like rebuild AKB in the modern this time by having it on streaming and like kind of building where Showroom was and Ante Dare and stuff went online to like basically streaming all the stuff from the old, complement with the new, give us like a stable program that is a must see. That's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. You know, that would put AK Bingo relevant and back on the map. And if I was in their management company, that's exactly the very first day of my employment I would make happen or try to. Because that's the only way to do it. You have to have a program like AK Bingo or else AKB will die. Because think about how many of us got there because of AK Bingo.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about how many of us know all the members because of AK Bingo. You know, it's just, you have to have something to convey these communications of personality of these members, or they're just faces. Because again, as foreigners, we don't get to go to the Donkey because of the racist, you know, horribly biased institution that AKS is when it comes to like not letting foreign fans in there and making it virtually impossible to get in. It's impossible. So because of that, you know, unless you're super good about playing the waiting game, the cancel machi, like all that, and you live here, then you might have a chance. And if you know katakana, if you don't know any of that, you're not getting in. So it's like, this is our only way in. Do you guys agree with that?
Totally, absolutely.
Totally, yeah. It's more like even myself got into the 48 group via AK Bingos, and I can vouch for Robin as well. He got into it as well via AK Bingo. So
we've said it how many times? You know, we've yeah. And that's a rant.
Very good though.
Poor Robin. Robin is just like struggling here. I know you're struggling. You want to just pitch in and you can't. I feel so bad for you.
It's okay. And I found out about one thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, hold on. Before you go, I do have one question for you, Robin. Do you think your throat is more redder and sore right now than your back wall? I'm curious.
On the inside, I would say yes. But very good. Well, I learned something new as well. If I'm trying to look something up, I have these hotkeys fixed for the show. I can't press the 1, otherwise we go to curtain mode every time. So, learn something new every day. And of course I can't press this now. But I was looking up something else if we're going to our next topic. I would like to talk about something that happens, you know, a few times a year. Have you guys heard about the Tokyo Girl collection?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so every time a lot of the idols that we know will then walk the catwalk, and this time IZone was there. So I don't know if you guys seen it or saw something about it. What's the youngest member again from IZone? That's Won Young.
Won Young and Anju.
Yeah, she was on the runway, and it was like, that girl is 15. That's but it really looked like an adult the way she was dressed up basically for the runway. So interesting look. I remember when we talked about it on the show when Imaizumi Yui from KZaka46 came on. She had like a completely different image during the fashion walk. So it's always a joy. And of course you have the power players, Shirashimai, Saito Asuka going there, Watanabe Risa going on there. Not much on AKB side though. I did see something with Vivian from HKT48, a few others. But other than that, is there a reason why AKB doesn't do the runway shows basically, and why does the Sakamichi series do it more?
Maybe, well, I would say, but I'm purely talking about AKB48 right now. Maybe there aren't that many model, I would say, that could fit into that specific type of visual, I would say. For example, I would expect on a show like that, I would expect like an Akarin or an Urasasai, I would say, but no, those are but within AKB48, I can't name anyone from the top of my head who could walk around there. I would say so. Maybe this is
Yeah,
just
it
a lack
doesn't
of
happen much
people.
though, I would say. Still, that's really a thing you should watch. It's very enjoyable, I would say. Lots of good fashion, and then you know what kind of style will happen during the fall. For now, or the winter, what's coming up.
I'm not that into fashion though, but
But to be fair, on this
Yeah.
week, it's more, I would say, the Sakamichi series and IZone that were more in the news, actual news, than, AKB48. Except for one group, and I think Colin wants to talk about that right now, that is BNK48. They had something special, right?
Yes, they had their sports day event. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I got out. But
Okay.
so there was the sports day.
Uh-huh.
And well, I'm gonna straight, say blue team won.
Oh,
So
okay.
they had 70 points in total,
Awesome.
and their prize, they got gold,
Yeah.
like gold apparently, and
like
a new
bar
phone.
gold or?
No, like gold worth a certain amount, but it's Thai currency, and I don't know that.
Okay.
And a new phone. But
nice.
the runners-up, team yellow, they got a yacht cruise. So
Oh, awesome.
they're going on a boat.
Was there a
Oh,
butts again as well?
please let them do that.
Oh.
I would take the boat too. So
the
apparently,
boat?
third place runners-up, Team Pink, they are going to treat an old folks home to a meal. So
Oh, awesome.
hey, and the losers, Team Purple, the one that Izarina is in apparently,
Oh god.
was
In the
in.
stadium?
They are going to clean the beach.
Oh, clean the beach instead of the stadium. Okay. Too much.
So it's kind of funny. It's an interesting.
So what happened to Team Yellow?
What do you mean?
Well, Team Yellow was Chaprang's team. And I would like to know
Oh,
because
you mean Team Blue was just a bit better athletic, in the athletics division. Just playing games, maybe the yellow ones. Well, Chaprang was really going for it. Like I saw some footage.
she
like,
was so
really,
competitive and looked
Yep.
amazing.
Awesome.
It's really clear why she's the ace.
And that helps. But if the other team is a bit better, then
Yeah, true.
But it's
do it on your own,
a close match. Yeah, it was a pretty close match though. So it's 70 points for blue and 60 points for yellow.
Oh wow. Awesome.
It's like pretty close, and it was a pretty fun event. Like I've talked to some people, and they all said the event itself, what happened, what we could see, was amazing. There were performances as well, like 5 songs, I think.
Uh-huh.
Jabba because recently.
I would like to talk about one specific performance.
I'm
that
getting there.
happened.
Hang
You're
on.
getting there,
And then
I'm
there
waiting
was
for it.
the subunit who performed the same songs that we talked about last year.
Yep.
And you want to talk about
Last
subunit?
year?
The last
week.
week, not last year. Last week. What
But
were the? You want to talk about the subunit? Huh?
Well, specifically, I saw Waruki, basically.
Mhm.
Or
Yep.
Musiki, right?
Musiki.
Yeah.
Musiki.
That crowd was the perfect crowd for that song. There is this
Great
moment
crowd.
in Waruki where you have the what do you call it, Derek, when the song goes like that? That you have like a it goes before the final build up for a song.
Ketcha. The ketcha.
That's the
Where you
ketcha?
mean where they're like that? The ketcha.
Yeah, that's the ketcha. Okay. During
Yeah,
that
the ketcha.
moment, she goes on her knees basically to be that very cutesy, and the crowd loses it. They go like, oh, just amazing, doing that, and then they pump up, and it was such a good performance. I really enjoyed
That's awesome.
the
Yeah.
That
music
sounded
version
so
of
cool.
Waruki. So
She is really
Yeah.
like that performance alone shows why she's pretty much the other ace. Like she is the ace. I would say Chaprang is the one that manages it all, and then you have Music, who is just pretty much the ace. Like performance-wise, she always kills it. Like it really that style. She really likes
so
that.
when are we getting Zipper?
They're not getting that one. Actually, they
really?
were not allowed to do that one because Music wanted to do that one,
But
but they got the other song because, well, remember Zipper, and that's not something that happens there. They're kind of edgy about it.
bad.
But it's they're not getting it. Maybe one day, but not for this
not
one.
now. Not for now. I would say.
Not in that country.
Probably, actually. But they still did great. Like, people enjoyed themselves and they had a great time watching it. There was this logistical issue. So I'm gonna paint a picture for you guys.
Gotcha.
Big event, sports day. Let's just say, argument's sake, 6,000 people in the venue.
Mhm.
There are 2 printers that will print your ticket.
Oh.
Is that a smart idea?
Nope.
For
How
6,000
many people again? 6,000?
Yeah, just say, for argument's sake, just 6,000. I forgot
Okay.
the number,
A regular
but
printer, right?
two regular printers.
Regular printers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, a regular printer can hold on 100 pieces of A4 paper. If you have 2 tickets, or 1 ticket basically, 3,000
For
each
each
printer. For each printer. Okay, that means you have to replace the paper 30 times. And a printer can, I believe, if it's like full color or just black and white, it can.
It was colored. They were pretty awesome tickets, honestly. I saw a
So
picture of
colored
them.
even. That
Yeah.
means the color tone can do 500 repeats. So that means that cartridges has to be replaced about 6 times.
It's pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the event itself, like, done very well, and then 2 printers. It's like, what are you doing, people?
What are you
Why?
doing?
This is stupid. If I've talked about it. Like, they could have done like an e-ticket because they have the app for the group. They
Yeah,
could have
exactly.
done that. It's very.
Just
very
use
stupid.
a QR code.
Yeah. Just
Why
use
the
the QR
printers?
code?
I mean, it's so silly. It's really silly when you think about it. Like, they had the space concert. Matt went to that one, and they did the same thing, and it worked out. The Sasenkyo they had, like, that worked out as well. And now it's like they have this event. It's like, 2 printers, people.
Doesn't BNK have a member called QR code?
I think that's funny, but I hope that.
I'm just picturing now just standing her in the entrance, and every time someone just goes with her phone, and she goes, bleep, bleep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe CGM will have a member that is QR code, or just.
Kidding. Come on. We have to do something. BNK's too good. We've said it before. I have to bring him down a little, but it would be funny. Like, they have music and all these other. I mean, why not QR code? Why not?
They have like a lot of nicknames, and I don't blame it on the fans. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are
before new members
funny
show up,
humor.
and one of them is actually called QR code.
Yeah.
CGM.
Or just my nickname is QR.
Or
QR.
code. You'll never know.
QR as in code. Hi, I'm QR last name code. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would have been so funny. I can see someone doing that, honestly. You'll never know.
Can you picture all her Ota, her fans? They all wear shirts just like QR code stuff. And like,
no.
take your phone and you just put it across all the fans. You'd get like their personal fan sites of QR code, the member, and they would be like, do it. That'd be cool. I think I just created something. There, go.
That could
BNK
be an
fan.
amazing photo book. You're like on a mission. There's limited shirts. Everyone has a unique QR code, and every time you see that person who has a unique shirt, scan. I got the complete photo
Got a
book.
new photo.
Or even better, each shirt is like a photo of QR code, and so like you have to join together with all the fans to get the full photo book. So it's like Pokemon, like you got to catch them all, like except you got to scan. So you're just and then like you guys, and then you have like QR codes photo book. Whoever gets like the complete set, like maybe gets a prize. That whoever does it first. Oh, there you go. You can have my idea. I want 5% of the royalty.
Izurita is in charge, so someone in Thai must go to her. If they have a handshake event, she probably will be there because she's the manager of it all. So that can really happen if someone wants to do that.
I mean, don't they have mobile, right? Why is mobile any different?
Oh my god.
Way. There's mobile, then you have cell phone, then QR code. It works. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of the BNK. We love, and I love BNK. We only say good things about them. You have to give us this, guys. Be good sports about it. Don't hate us. Don't blame us, please. It's just a thought I had, and it's late, and my brain isn't working. So I'm sorry.
Robin is digging your grave or our
Yeah,
grave.
I just I can feel the dirt. Worms are in my mouth as we speak. I hear you.
Ew. Okay, great.
I feel the powers of hell because of Robin's wall. Because I feel like I'm looking at like the Inferno
The
Paradise here.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I have to troll. Okay, I'm done. Let's go.
maybe there will be a member called Troll. You never know.
Oh, come on. Okay,
Move
let's stop.
on. Moving on.
Yeah. So anything else on the sports day?
Any announcements or?
I didn't hear about any announcements, so
It was
maybe
a lot of
they
fun to
wanted
watch. So go watch if you
Yeah.
have the chance.
I saw some clips. It looked hysterical. It was good.
Okay, so I would like to now talk a little bit what we normally don't talk about too much, and feel free to zone out. Sakamichi stuff. So
Okay.
there are a lot in the news lately.
There goes Colin.
Perfect.
Colin's like, I'm literally zoning out.
Zoning out.
That could have been better timing. Like,
Well,
that was
maybe you
great.
don't want to zone out since, if you didn't hear it, Shiraishi renews her photo book again.
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 370,000 prints. Plus, what
Jeez.
this photo book just keeps selling. So if you
Mm.
didn't have it by now, you should take it
We own it.
because it's one of the most prominent photo books that ever came out, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Otherwise, they've been a lot doing commercials because they're gonna have a new show. The World Trip stuff is coming up. No clue what it's about.
Yeah, I think it wasn't. I was under the impression that maybe they would have go to like foreign places, but apparently that's not the case.
They're
saw
going to
something.
Hawaii. That's the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
The first one is Hawaii. Yeah, but it was different than what I thought it would be. But I forgot what they actually said.
Hmm.
And of course, they have their 24th single that's been selling out like in the first week almost 1 million. That's normally what AKB would do if they had Sosenkyo, but this is just a normal sell week for them, I would say.
Yeah,
So 946,000 the first week. That's clearly insane. But that's the thing with Nogizaka. That they're currently on such a high and they're doing everything well compared to the other ones. So the song itself, it's decent. Not a year breaker, I would say. It's not their song of the year yet. They can apply for the Tokyo Music Awards. What do you guys think? If you heard a little bit or you didn't even hear it yet?
I haven't heard it yet.
I've heard it yet, so,
I want to wait
yeah.
for the MV. So I have no opinion about it because I haven't really.
Well, that MV is out, so you can watch that.
Oh, it was for Nogi.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, then I missed that. Okay.
Basically, it's more like it's sing outs, but a little different.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Huh?
Or it's
No,
okay.
no, no.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say like I haven't seen it, but it's like it's also I don't think it's even been on my radar any of what they're doing, but would like to see stuff from them, of course. But it's just when and how, and then like if it's out now, I don't know. It must not be that important. I'm not even hearing about it, you know. Like, and it's not that I'm not paying attention or I'm busy. It's just like I don't know. For me, club banging, that's what I'm looking for. These groups, like the external groups, I want like a good club banger, like that, because that
Did
feels very.
Nogizaka had a club banger song anytime?
I don't think ever.
Don't think so.
Do you consider influencer like that?
See, I don't like Influencer. I think it's not that great of a song in my opinion. So it's like, I mean, yes, I know you love it and it's cool, and I completely respect that, and everybody else who thinks it's great,
Yeah,
it's
too.
awesome. Just not for me.
Yeah, I kind of want songs like Inochi wa Utsukushi or Nandamono Arazoraka. Those kind of songs I would like to hear more actually.
I want the bass to break my computer. Like I want my computer to stop working because it's hitting so hard. Like that's what I want.
What about Seifuku Mannequin?
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's got that like, how do I put it? That like gloss to it that like still doesn't make it like, I don't want to say dangerous. That's kind of a weird cliche word to talk about with music, but like it doesn't feel like it's a threat. Like when I first heard like Fukuan, right? Like that was a threat. Like that whole song is a threat. It's like
Still
you listen
is.
to it,
Yeah.
it still is. And you could pop it on today, and it's still like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is
exactly.
easily the best idol song since one of the AKB's last since Koizuru, I'd even say. And it's just like you hear it, and you're just like, this is just unreal, And it hits so hard in the car. I've literally rattled my speakers out of my car. Well, I had a Kia Cinco Rio. I don't know if that's really saying much, but it's just like it was heavy. And then it's like Nogi could do that. They could get dark and hard, but they just never do. Like, I mean, they do, but they don't.
No, they're always the classy idols.
Yeah,
the boarding
the
school
class stuff,
idols.
I would say. Yeah.
No,
I like a
boarding
bull in a
school?
China shop.
Like a high
What's
class,
that?
I would say. Like the high class idols, they always are like that.
Oh, what's the word for it?
I like dirty project idols, like ghetto idol. Like I want like an idol that looks at the girls in the high class restaurant and goes to Burger King instead. That's what I
got
want.
something
because
about
that's
that by restaurants, by the way. Since well, I'll get to that later. But for
Okay.
now,
okay.
Nogizaka has been also doing the commercials. I really like the mouse commercials. So there's a
that
new
one,
one
yeah.
again, and really just it's always such a joy to watch the people in there. They have changed a few members since a few of them have graduated nowadays.
Uh-huh.
But the main two that well, three actually I watch are still in it, so that's enjoyable. And they did another Baitoru commercial, so it's really such a joy right now. And sadly we don't watch a lot of Nogizaka 46, to be honest. But currently, if you're looking at the groups, Nogizaka is really on that high right now.
Yeah, they're amazing. Even when they lose their captain, they're still going strong. I mean, it's like that's all power to them. Side note, Kawaii Rina, you remember that girl?
Yeah.
She rides the train with me every day. Every day, she's on the train with me
Really
because,
nice.
well, because she's on the commercials that they play. She's in
Oh.
every month. She's like, there's a new commercial with her. So I get to ride the train with Kawaii all the time. It's pretty nice.
She
Not gonna
also
lie.
does a lot of commercials, yeah.
She's the commercial. Her and Rolla, I swear, are on every other commercial imaginable.
She's still
Like,
in
it's
that
just-
that one commercial about internet, I believe, or like a provider. That they have this whole saga story about olden Japanese times, and she's that princess.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that
And
Let's-
Pink, she is, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
that's still going
It's a long
strong.
tradition. Yeah, it's a long tradition with some Japanese commercials where they'll do that. Like they did that with
SoftBank.
like Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they ended
like-
recently.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
those were
so many. Like that's cool though. I actually think that's a very smart way to have a commercial
It
because
works.
it's almost like a story you want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. It definitely works. Kawaii is in everything, so it's good for me. I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's in everything. She deserves it.
You know who's not in everything though, and even spotted at a location that's really surprising, where
Oh.
former AKB members go to where they're not getting anything successful in the entertainment business, and that is Iwa.
Ooh. Who
So
was
they
that?
have a new employee,
Really?
and that is Shimazaki Haruka Paruru.
Oh, wow.
Paruru was, well, the thing is, I'm not gonna say 100%, but basically the video that was shot, it looked
Uh-huh.
like Paruru, it sounded like Paruru, and take what you will, it's only a 10-second video or something. But what do you guys think that the center of multiple songs of AKB48, acting and doing all these shows and stuff like that, now working at a restaurant?
Wow.
No, let me take point here. Two things on that. One, either this is one of two things that happen. One, everybody's tired of her attitude because it didn't work in AKB. It probably definitely doesn't work in the mainstream media. So when you have that like too much of like I don't care attitude, then no one's gonna care about you. So I think that's even true here in Japan as it is in other parts of the world. That's one option. So then she's slumming it now with all her friends at Iwa. Or two, she probably just hung out for a day or something and just probably just stopped by, if that's even her. And because there's a lot of girls that look like her in this country.
Like, yo, what's up? Can I work here today?
It was probably just for fun, or maybe it was an event or something special. I mean, if anybody knows the deal and is a Purdue fan or something, please tell us in the comments. But in all reality, I think that's more what it was. I don't think she's that desperate to slum down to a minimum wage type job, even if it is minimum wage. I don't even know if it is or not. I don't know what's her name's paying all the idols, but it's still like, I mean, you go there and granted, I mean, it's very expensive and the girls get all kinds of attention, but I don't really know if it's really anything more than just like a baito, like an arabaito, you know. And if she just did it for fun, you know, I mean, girls they rotate girls in there all the time, from what I understand. When I was there, I was there the second day Nishinomiki was working, so it's like, and I got to see her. I mean, she waited on me, you know. It's like, whoa, there's Nishinomiki, and mean as ever, and not very friendly. And then of course, what's her name that owns the place? You know, Uchida. She was amazing, fun, and cool, and speaks English to a certain degree. So you know, then there's other idols that work there. I could see her just doing it for something to do. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let me go hang out with you.
Maybe,
I don't think she's really friends with Uchida though. Like, I don't recall them ever being.
I have no clue actually. So maybe with Junken, because he won Junken and interacted a lot.
Yeah. See, it could be something like that. Like the Junkin Queens are there, you know. Like that's a cool promo, because she's not gonna get Mariko or Milky, you know. Or I mean, she could have got Tanabe. She could have got Tanaman, I would guess, or Fujita Nana. I would think maybe they're not that terribly busy. Well, maybe Tanaman's busy drinking, but then she can go to like Iwa. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, so that was a little fun story. Other things on the Sakamichi side. So Hinata 46 is really busy this year. Their third single already came out, and I don't know if you guys watched it. Basically, somebody already compiled the Nogizaka song "Sing Out" with this PV, and it looks like the same, basically. But yeah, I really like the style. It's very. That's, I think, the style Hinata is going for. It's fun, and they're going dancing and they're twirling a lot, and the song itself, it's forgettable, I would say.
Yeah.
But hey, they're doing great. Basically, they're building up as a really standalone group instead of what they were, and that was the hiragana version of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Right now it's their road to the Tokyo Dome, I would say. For Hinata 46.
Would be quick, but
well, yeah, but they started in the journey in any case. It took Keyakisaka like 6 or 7 years.
I want to say 6. I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So now the standalone road for Hinata has started pretty much, and we'll see where they end up in about 5-6 years, I would say.
I actually share my entire opinion with Robin. It's pretty much the same. I think the MV is great. It's very chic. I like it. The song itself, it's totally forgettable. It's the weakest they've have done so far. I think the entire MV is different from the two that they've done before, even the song. So the MV and the song. So I don't know if this will be their own thing. It's more Nogi than their own. But the choreography is great. You know, it looks very nice. I like to see the orchestra there. I like hearing that. It's a very nice touch. Like I said, very high class, chic, and I do like it. But the song itself is like, it's another one where I'm like, not my thing. But except that one line, "Cause your infinity" or something. I like that. But other than that, no, it's pretty much the same.
Alright, very good then. And finally, the biggest one that's I've been following. You know, I think lately I've been more a Keikizaka fan than a AKB48 fan, since my attention is more on that, and I like their style of music. They finally announced the 9th single, and they give a Senbatsu list with controversy as usual.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what happened first? I'm gonna announce the positioning, and then maybe you can figure out why there's a controversy. So starting off, this is a 17 senbatsu.
Yeah.
So that's first already. It's not 21. It's 17. That's the first time they've done less crowd. Second, they put it in 7 second generation members out of the 17. So only 10 first generation and 7 second generation. Not a problem. The big thing is though. Okay, here we go. For the third row, we have Habu Miso, Watanabe Rika, Inoue Rina, Harada Aoi, who returned recently, Seki Yumiko, Umemura Rina, Fujiyoshi Karin. So you can hear already a few names in there, and that's because well, there are 2 members, I believe, on the second row or second generation that are now in the third row already. For the second row, we have Takemoto Yui, was also a new member. Sugai Yuka. In the middle, Morita Hikaru, that's also a new member. Moriya Akane, that's the vice captain. And then Sato Shiori. So again, there are 2 second gen members in the second row. So that makes 4th. I don't know why it says 7. Oh no, it's 7 second generation have not get into the lineup. So it's 6 members got into the lineup. Interesting. But here comes. So the first row is Kobayashi Yui, Watanabe Risa. Then you get Matsuda Rina, who's a second gen, and Tamura Hono, who's a second gen, who are on the first row. And well, the first spot is always, the center is always the same, and that's Hirate Yurina, who's in a sling, by the way, when this was announced.
Wow.
Her arm is in a sling currently. She's not fit, but the release will be somewhere this winter, so they have so much time on their hands, since we first have a season to go past before we get actually
the song.
The song. I don't know what they're doing, but
what the?
Yeah, so the controversy, most of it's we're missing Susamoto Miyu, who's a stable, you know, one of the heavy dancers in the group.
Yeah.
Who has that look that always had interesting. Ishimori Nijika, who for me was at Kuroi Hitsuji, one of the most prominent members in that song. And Koiki Minami are not picked. But we're also missing like Oda. Oda Nana is not in there. Or
what happened there?
yeah, so why is she not in there? What happened? It's like also a strong stable. And I like the fact that they're doing this second generation, but stayed with the 21 people format instead of making it 17 and then let a lot of members who have been there like since the beginning have been cut off immediately. You need to build this in, not just go it straight away. So yeah, a lot of fans are not happy. So what do you guys think?
I think, to be quite honest, they should have actually stayed. Bless you. They should have stayed with the old format and perhaps do the same amount of the second gen and have the older gen guide them through the whole process of being a Senbatsu member, I would say, because probably everything is new for them if they aren't the songs and belts. So maybe with the old format there would have been more first gen to guide them, I would say. And I have a feeling that is missing right now. So that might.
Derek, what do you think?
Well put. It's well put. Here's what I think. I think that Kea has had a very bumpy past 2 years. And I think like a lot of it has to do with some internal stuff that we are not seeing. Some stuff that has manifested that has caused the outing of several members, prominent members leaving. And then on top of that, again, these crazy, indescribable managerial decisions. Why would you wait that much time to give us a single? Like, I understand Tetsu's hurt, but this girl's hurt every other week. I love Tetsu, don't get me wrong. She's our dark Atom, but it's like, girl, get your shit together or get out. Like, honestly, at this point, like, you're bringing this group down as much as you're bringing it up if you act like that. But then, is that even the problem? Is there something else going on? And that's the part where it saves me with her, aside from her just being a badass and being awesome. Like, I just can't help but wonder if there's more going on. And here's what I'm going to tell you. That sling business, we can't see her arm, right?
Nope.
There's just a huge part of me that thinks, is there something else going on there? You know, and I'm going to get serious here for a minute, and I hope I'm not going to trigger anyone by saying this that watches, that has this kind of an issue, but you know, if you're a cutter, that's a great way to hide that.
Oh, no,
You can wear long sleeves, but that's kind of a thing. Like you might think that's crazy, but I've seen idols do it.
But
because in the Chica world, that's a thing.
She has a medical
condition. Hey, Robin,
you're
muted, by the way.
I thought it was broken for some reason. I heard "bless you" and I was like, but I was muted. So okay. So the cutting thing. No. There was a statement a few months back that Hirate Yunia has a medical condition in her bones, like her arms and muscles.
Yeah.
They don't react well, basically. So there's a medical term, of course, for that. But it is basically, it's like a failure. The thing is, with excessive movement, it can cause a muscle failure or even bone dislocating. And that's what she's doing. So basically, what's happening is she's still, we must not forget that Hirate Yuria is currently almost 18, I would say.
True.
And her body is still basically growing.
Yep.
And right now, with the excessive movement and her condition, it's causing trouble. So it's her decision if she wants to continue. That's the thing with Hirate Yuria. You can say a lot of things. Her passion, though, with dancing and performing is still very high. On her terms. That's the difference, basically. But she loves to be in that spotlight. Yes, Derek?
No, that's thank you. Okay, so let's rewind then. Forget what I said about the cutting thing. Glad that's not the issue. I was aware that there was a bone thing, but again, it's just my thinking because of what I see with idols is the face they give to the public is rarely the real face. And usually they will hide behind lies to not really give you what's really going on. That's to protect themselves, to protect their fans and all that. You know, they don't want their fans to really worry, blah, blah, blah. But if this is true, and I'm going to say it is, that actually sounds pretty legit. That's a hell of a lie if they're constructing that. So I'm going to say that's real. Although that's a great way to make a lie believable, give it a whole backstory. But be that as it may, let's just say it's true, okay? Then what are you doing dancing? I understand you got a passion, but it ain't worth it if you're breaking your bones. Like, it ain't. I mean, if you're not going to heal properly, you're still young. I mean, I don't know. Like, the show that I was at tonight for Ray, the solo show, was a huge tie-bond, and there's this group called King Rage on there. And I want to say one of the girls was 16? And she was crushing it tonight. Just running around that stage, going nuts, going crazy, sounding like you'd expect a Chica idol. But it was it was heavy. It was real heavy, crazy music. And I was thinking, when you're saying this about Tetchi, it's some girls can do it and some girls can't. And if you can't do it, I know you love it, hon, but maybe you got to step back and worry about your health because your health's more important.
That talent, though, it's really unprecedented.
I love her. Yeah. She's unprecedented. We've talked about Tetchi before, how rare of an idol this is. I get that. But it's also kind of like the Jimi Hendrix thing or the Kurt Cobain thing or the Jim Morrison thing or the Janis Joplin thing. What did they all have in common? They died at age 27.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
27. All of them.
Yep.
And why? Because their fires burn too bright, too fast. I don't want that happening to Tetchi at the ripe old age of 17 or 18, this girl, she's got a beautiful future ahead of her. She's already living the dreams that girls only wish they could live. You've done it. She's done it. It's think about your health. But the thing is, you can't be selfish and wagamama in that regard and not realize you got this whole beautiful group behind you that for a while there enchanted us all. I mean, really enchanted us and made us think, wow, this is idol. And now they're just this group that we're thinking, oh, there's another problem group has. Yeah. We don't even hear any new stuff from them. It's all we're hearing though are problems. We're hearing that. We're not hearing new stuff. And that's where you gotta really think what's causing the problem. And if it's our lovely girl Techi, love you Techi, but say goodbye for a while. Go heal. Go do what you gotta do. Come back strong. Because
We've
guess what?
been
You're still
saying
young.
that for like how many singles now?
She really needs to do it now.
Yeah.
Like it's like I think if I was a KM member, I'd be like, I love you, girl, but I'm gonna knock you out.
At the
Like,
opposite. I'm at the opposite point right now. It's like, okay, I warned you 4 times, 5 times, 5 singles now, and it's like, you know what? Just go all out. Just burn out, burn to a crisp, and then you have to rebuild forcefully, and then that's the only way they will learn. And they didn't have to forcefully change the center. I'm just wondering what type of song this is gonna be. It's a winter song.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
is it
So-
gonna be dark? Is it gonna be purely
In the
Keizaka?
snow, throwing snowballs.
They have second generation now, who's not dark style
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
So, if you watch Keiki the Kakanaido, a lot of bakas on there
Uh-oh.
because
Really?
they did their own version of the Bakajo test,
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
and there's some really funny moments in there. So, sneakily
boy.
throw it in there.
I know what I'm watching after the recording. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it as always. Right now, most interest for me is always Keizaka because I still listen to their songs daily. Currently, I'm back into what's the song called? It's like
Which
Go Back to the Forest.
Mori
Na, 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 na.
Yeah,
Something
I kind of lost the name. It's Mori Ekairu.
It's the long title, but
Yeah.
it's just that song is really good if you want to hear it. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts. Anything else, guys?
No, for me it's just I just hope that you take a rest already because you're falling apart pretty much at this point. So yeah.
Nah, Tokyo Dome, Burnout, come on.
There you
Yeah,
go.
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Alright, anything else before we go to our recommendation then?
Yeah, we gotta talk about Vampire, man.
Vampire, dude.
That's a very good one, actually.
Almost one of the biggest subjects you missed as well. So
yeah, I already was, I'm gonna use the I'm sick card, so it's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, IS1's Vampire did a radio release. You know what? Let's do something different this time. Derek, you go first.
Huh? You muted, but I didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
you might
You
wanna
got to get your hand off that trigger.
Yep.
You go first and talk about Vampire.
Yeah, I'm happy to. So basically, I was kind of hovering around this release in terms of like my anticipation. I was hoping it was a club banger. I hope it was whatever. Let's just break it down. First of all, I think it's kind of a snooze fest, to be honest. I'm not into it at all. It does have a nifty little kind of like chorus type thing where there's voices that are kind of like da da la 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 la. Like that's cool. That's different. So I did like that, but it's just following a formula. It's too light for me. There's nothing really that holds me in it. The vocals, of course, are great. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do, so it's not. I can't knock them for that. I'm sure the MV will follow suit. It's gonna be exactly what IS1 has been doing, which is playing it safe and putting out safe stuff to appeal to their demographic. And I get that. However, what I thought was interesting was the cover. Now, if that cover is what we saw on the release, you know, where we saw this, and I don't know if any of you caught that, but that's Takashidori Street. That's Harajuku.
I know.
Now, I was thinking, like, is this them trying to do like their Halloween night, like AKB, you know, because it was like all the vampire bats and everything?
No, they're
Were
in
they-
a mansion during the MV.
No, they're in the
you
disco.
already- Wait,
What
I
I
thought
saw was there's like a mansion style, so like there's a
Maybe-
teaser out that they did like a short
Yeah.
version for a commercial, and it showed them in a mansion basically.
Were they
I
in
was-
costume?
Like gowns, like basically they're the undead type feel. That's why they're like the vampire clothing, like Renaissance style.
Okay, so like it's kind of like an idol tradition. to maybe do things that are holiday based, and that's cool. Like, what I don't like holiday themed songs at all whatsoever, but I think it's cool also in the sense that like I get why people enjoy that, and it's fine. It's just not my thing, right? But here's the thing, like it's bothering me why they had Takashidori on their cover. Like, I'm really bothered by this. If anybody knows this, look, hey, we welcome you back, IZone fans. We haven't talked about them in depth in a while. This is your chance to come back and give us all your thoughts, both good and bad. I'm looking at you, crazy girl. I haven't seen you there in the comments. So, like, I'm just saying, like, please, please, please let us know what is the significance of that. Can we figure this out? Because it seems so completely random. So random to me with this song. I didn't look at the lyrics, so maybe it has something to do with the lyrics. But Takashidori Street, I mean, I don't really know if you want to put that on your front cover unless you're trying to be Carrie Pamu Pamu, and they weren't, you know. So it's like,
True that.
I just don't get it. It's kind of like really super cliche at this point. Like, you really want to know what Takashidori Street is like? I'll tell you what. Get off the Yamanote at Harajuku Station.
Yep.
Walk across the street. And you're just gonna get right back on the train and leave and go somewhere else because it's too busy with foreigners and tourists that like clog it and don't care about you and just are really. It's not the cultural thing that you think it is. Now it's just full of tourists who think they're gonna find the culture there, and they're
no.
They're 3 train stops away from where the real culture is.
Exactly.
I hate to say it, but it's just a tourist trap. And so it's like, I mean, I go there every once in a while, basically like to get tights for the girls when they rip them. You know, because there's like some cool like idol costume place. There's like this one place like down the street in Takashidori. You literally can go in there and pick out costumes for a whole idol group. And like literally, I swear, some idol groups that like I've seen play, that's what they do. They go there, okay, I'll take this, and this. It's literally like made to order costumes for idols. That's about the only thing that I go there for. But it's if you're a tourist, go.
I like
it's
the temple area that's outside of the
well,
busy street.
That's not. It's okay, but it's like. Most people are going there for the Doki Doki stuff and like all
It was so many crepes, so many pink stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
so many pink,
guys are outnumbered there basically, and it's.
I went there with my friend. No. It's like no.
Nope, it was not for me when I walked in there, and I walked just further away. I think I went to Shinjuku after that, and that was a lot more fun than actually being there.
Yeah.
You hit it, but back to what we're saying. Like, I want to know what the significance is. The girls looked out of place to me. They look very nice on the cover. They look very
They always
much.
Look nice.
Well,
It's like that's a no-brainer for them. That's again playing it safe. I don't know why IZone's doing that, and I'm not talking like anything sexual, nothing like that. So don't get any weird thoughts, all you IZoners. I'm just saying, like, it's just when I say playing it safe, they could still take a million creative risks and be interesting. And I just don't get why they didn't do that.
That's the thing with this song, though. Every time the chorus starts, and like, vampire, vampire. It's like, you made a song just to emphasize the word vampire, so you can emphasize this release during Halloween. So people were like, oh, it's a Halloween song. And like, that's really what the feeling this song gives to me. It's better than Buenos Aires, but...
Yeah, true, but it's not that hard to improve on
I
Buenos
want
Aires,
a Violetta. I want La Vie en Rose. Where are those? That's the Korean side.
I want Isikuritu Iwasatai, that type of song.
Yeah, I just want them to be what I know they can be. They're all
exactly.
It's
they're
cookie
all great
cutter right now. It's really just no effort.
Nothing. They're great dancers. They're great singers. What is their management thinking? Is this another situation?
It's the Japanese management side. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And every time they bring out a Japanese version, then we're like, this is not that great. This is not that good. And I know you don't like Violetta as much, but it's compared to what this stuff is, it's
better,
not even comparable. So just waiting for the third Korean single. That's really what we need to see the strong power of IZone. And I would say, I know it's a compilation of we're like saying, hey, we're also Japanese side, and here are some singles. Stop doing the Japanese side. It's not good for you.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I would say hire somebody that knows how to write a Japanese song. Like it's not. It's I swear it's a K-popper trying to write a J-popper song, and they're just going with what's obvious. Versus get somebody who really understands idol like the J version idol, not K version, J, as in like the world that like I see every day, you'll get a nice song. You'll get a song that really fits Japan's concept of idol. But if you're trying to be Korean writing that, I think that's the problem. You don't have a frame of reference, so you go with what's obvious. You go for the easy things because then you can't be wrong necessarily, but it's also not innovative. It's not different. And it's just like, again, the one thing that bothers me about IZone and all the stepsister groups and AKS, and it's like, I know there's a budget there. There has to be. And even if there isn't, one of the biggest things you should be spending your money on is hiring somebody that understands your group to write a great song.
Well, we
And I
know
don't
it's not
mean
about
great-
food, so that's a good thing.
I mean, it's like if you're just writing a song because you know it's going to appeal to your demographics, and that means you're selling out, and then I have no respect for you. But it's like, I don't think that's the case. I just honestly think they miss. Like, AKB is a good track record of the past how many years now of hiring somebody who just does not get AKB at all, and like they're writing just horrible garbage trash. It doesn't matter, and it's like, why would you do that when AKB has had a long storied history of people writing songs that actually really grabbed your heart and was like, your heart's mine. Thank you. You don't have a heart anymore. I'm going to take it and I'm going to fill it with AKB and you're never going to get it back. And they did that. And it's like, there's people out there that are so creative, especially in this country. I mean, I'm around them every day in the Chica world. So much creative stuff. I mean, there's a lot of duds, but there's also a lot of creative stuff here. And it's like, just pluck one of those guys out and have them write you something that will really fit these singers. Because a lot of these guys that are producers here in this world that I'm in, the Chica world, they'd probably kill to work with a girl who's got half of a talent range as Cheon or Sakuratan. I'm even going to say Sakuratan because she's kind of grown up. And just all these girls. Honestly, they'd kill to work with a girl like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, although maybe some of them might not.
It's their waste
Prefer
column.
the raw stuff, you know, so I don't know. Sorry?
It's their waist. That's what I'm talking about. She's grown up, but her waist is like, you know, this size.
Oh,
The size of my head.
Yeah.
Crazy. So yeah, so that's my two thoughts on it. Anyone else?
No, for me, when I heard Vampire for the first, it felt like forgettable. It's more like it didn't stand out to me. It's more like it's there, but nothing more, to be quite honest. So
Because there isn't
listened to
nothing.
it, yeah, I listened to it once and it just didn't work for me. So yeah.
And Colin?
I prefer the whole package, so I'm gonna wait till the MV comes out.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Did I miss anything else that we need to talk about?
Nah.
We hit it.
Alright, then let's go to our recommendations for next week. I would say the usual stuff for me. It's
Yeah,
AK Bingo
usual,
is near its end, and I believe there's like a sports activity since I saw the picture. That's like their Muchibiri Dodgeball maybe is coming up just for the final ones. They're getting there, like 2 more episodes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that much. After this one more left, I think.
It's not good.
yeah.
Watch Keiki Takakanai, of course.
Yeah.
And anything else happens this week? No, that's it for me.
Nothing, to be
So,
quite honest.
DX, what do you think?
Well, for me, yeah, since Robin mentioned it, I'm going to watch Keiki Kakanai because it sounded really interesting to me. But for the rest, is AKB still doing the live tour? Is it still going on, or?
Yeah, I think they're having one national tour moment in October, and then I think AKMB4, I'm not sure, will have like a team performance still.
Oh, okay. But
So
nothing
like
oh, okay. So yeah, maybe something will happen during those concert, maybe perhaps.
Hope
but
so.
For the rest, I don't think anything is going on, to be quite honest. So.
The last one will be the national one where it's like a tour sambatsu of all the groups. That's on the 22nd of October. So if there will be something, maybe around that time there's like, you know, the new single. I would like that, but we'll see.
Yeah. True.
Go ahead, Colin. What are your recommendations?
SKE Evolution, because SKE Evolution, haha. They are a group of people that have subbed the second SKE documentary called Idol.
Oh,
So SKE Evolution. It's they're on Facebook. You can watch. I think they have a link to Bilibili as well as a Google Drive where it's just that documentary with English subtitles. And I think I haven't watched it yet. I haven't found the time, but I do want to because it's very interesting. I heard it's an emotional roller coaster, and it includes footage of the Sasenkyo from long ago.
There's some heavy stuff in there, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
heavy
my.
stuff. So I want to watch that. Thank you for the people that sub that because I want to say it's 3 hours long. So thank you for that. And you know, I maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. I have no clue. But I want to see it, and I want to know what people think.
Me too. Me too.
Finally, then, Derek, your recommendations for next week.
Yeah, I mean, AK Bingo, keep your eyes on that. It's the end of an era. That's something that's number one. And although Colin has now got me highly interested in this, considering what I'm doing, I really want to see how they approach like SK. Also, my Oshi's in it, so from what I hear. But anyways, my recommendations would be more, I guess, selfish, if that's okay.
That's fine.
I don't know. Just I'm working. I'm doing my documentary for Idols, and I've been filming all this week and all last week, and I have so much to film. It's ridiculous. Because my documentary is gonna be like 20 hours long. I'm gonna have to figure out how to cut it down to 2. But it's I mean, I have hundreds
Not
of
a documentary,
gigabytes.
but a mini series.
Yeah.
At this point, it could be, but I mean, it's by the time I'm done, come November, it will be that big. But that's okay because I plan to do a lot with this footage, and I think it's going to be very interesting because so far everything I've been getting is pretty cool. But just keep checking my Patreon for that. If you're not part of it, please join because I'm putting up a lot of stuff just for my Patreon people, including screenshots of like interviews and stuff I'm doing. And I don't know. I'd love your feedback on that. And then also to Idol Underworld, pretty much going full speed ahead on that. I signed Hanako-san of the 14th generation of the toilet the other day. She sold out of her CDs and checkies in less than like 6 hours. That was amazing. I have more. I put up more, so you're good. But it's like she's part of Idol Underworld now. I'm getting a new group tomorrow. I'm getting another new group in a week, and I'm getting another one after that. So I am trying to get my goal of reaching at least 20 groups by December to be realized, and just full steam ahead on that. So please go there and support the artists there, because if you do that, then they'll stay, and I can keep getting more people because I could say, hey, look, I did this, and this. And it's all because you guys buying this stuff. Now I can like fish other groups to come in once they realize how profitable it can be for them. So far everyone's been doing a great job with that and like really contributing, which I'm so grateful for. But please keep doing that. And then other than that, I would say if you're in Japan, come check out Necroma. We have a one-man live on Halloween. It's going to be incredible because it's our day. Every Halloween, Necroma does something insane. And then we have Kunogi's birthday show coming up here real fast at Shinjuku Mars, and that's going to be fun because Seitan Sais are always a good time. So yeah, come hang out with us. A lot of foreigners have been doing that, and it's been really nice to meet all of you and some of you from here. So please, if you are from here and you want to come over to Japan, get in touch. Let's hang out. Let's talk. We can have our own little 48 talk. So, but yeah, love to have you here. That's it. Just simple stuff.
All right then. With that though, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
My
Bye.
voice
No
is
fun.
so
Bye bye.
low.